We've got Marco on the line now.
To go back to David for that.
Hi. How do you negotiate with clients? How do you decide how much to charge for work?
As a photographer?
Yes.
As a photographer? Yeah. That's a good question. Obviously, I've personally never been in that position, but I think it's important, first of all, to be relaxed and confident about speaking about money, because I know a lot of people find that just talking about money awkward in the first place, especially practitioners themselves often find the business of business rather than the business of art and image making difficult to talk about. But you have to remember that your clients are quite used to doing this, and they do it day in and day out, and will not be taking it personally. So that's, I think, the first thing to bear in mind. Second, I think you need to try to inform yourself as much as possible about the kind of rates that your client will be expecting, or the range within which they will be working and thinking before you start talking money to them, as much for your benefit as for theirs, because there are two dangers here. One is that you overprice yourself and lose a job. The other is that you undersell yourself, of course, and in your desire to secure a commission, end up accepting a fee that is less than your client is expecting to pay. So try and inform yourself as much as you can. Talk to other professionals, other photographers. The Association of Photographers is a very good port of call for independent professional photographers. And in fact, as a starting point, their guidebook to industry best practice, which is called On the Lens, it would be a very good place to start and an invaluable tool.
Okay. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So,
then I think, Hannah, could you ask Marco the second bit of your question about?
Yeah, of course. Do you have any general advice for approaching or working with an agency for the people to approach you?
General advice about approaching an agent?
Yeah.
That's to work as a photographer, right? Rather than an intern, yeah.
Yeah.
About approaching an agent regarding representation?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, again, it's a tricky one. There are no kind of rules here, of course. I think you need to be, first of all, realistic about where you are in your career in terms of the kind of agents that you are approaching, first of all. We sometimes get approached by people who are maybe just out of college or haven't really developed professionally at all, and quite frankly, we would not consider taking somebody like that on because there's no credentials, if you like. So always try and be realistic about where you are in terms of your development as a professional photographer, and how that relates to the kind of agent that you're approaching. Show them a taster of your best work only. Don't throw everything at them on your initial approach. And also try to think carefully about whether or not there is actually any commercial application for your particular kind of photography.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
I'm getting a funny beeping on the line, sorry.
Oh, you're all right. You can be heard.
You do, again, need to kind of understand that agents are in the business of securing commercial commissions for people, and can only do so for photographers whose work lends itself to commercial application. So again, if you're if you're aspiring to a career in commercial photography, don't just go and take pictures of, lovely seascapes or clouds in the sky. So the opportunity for you to actually shoot those commercially will be very few and far between. Now that sounds like an obvious point, but you'd be surprised at how many people sort of come to see me with work that really has very little kind of potential to sell commercially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else got a question for an agent while he's on? Because he's going to go now.
I think I did. Can I go ahead?
You go, Jess.
I just wanted to ask, what's the best way to get your work published? For instance, if you wanted to make a book, like a photographic sort of journal.
God, that's not really my specialism.
Ultimate.
But,
okay, sorry.
If you're somebody who is starting out, first and foremost, make sure the work is book worthy. Yeah. Be as hard on yourself creatively as you possibly can, and always look to kind of create a body of work that is original and people will actually want to buy as a book. And then, if you're starting out, I would really advise you to explore the kind of self-publishing avenues that are out there. I think if you can.
You mean like creating your own?
Produce 1, 2, 3 great self-published works. Suddenly, you'll find publishers will start to be taking an interest in you, and you might then decide to go with a publisher, or indeed not. The other thing is that keep things small print runs, exclusive, and great design and great photography. People like to buy something that they feel is unique and authentic and quite exclusive. And I think one of the mistakes photographers sometimes make when they get their first book is to, they'll go with a publisher and they'll do a huge print run of something, which then sort of ends up becoming less desirable. If you can somehow make your books desirable through, small print runs, including an original printing that always goes down well. Take a leaf out of people like Stephen Gill's book and see how they've done it and kind of established themselves as a force in photographic book publishing, through their own independent efforts.
How would you know which publishers to approach exactly? Just because there seems to be like such a sea of like different people out there, it's kind of knowing who to trust really, because I think, expecting quite a lot of money and things like that.
Again, you'd have to look at their existing output, whether you think you'd be at home there, and then you'd have to meet them and it's really down to whether or not you think they are someone you can work with and trust creatively and professionally, but again, I would say self-publish, go to someone like self-publish and be happy, first of all, and work like that, do something entirely independent, at least the first few projects, and then you'll probably have people coming to you, and then it's up to you to decide.
Sorry, Marco,
who to go with.
Marco, self-publish and be happy, are they websites where you can self-publish?
Self-publish Be Happy is an online, it's a website that's kind of devoted to working with photographers who self-publish.
Okay. That's good. That's
all right. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks very much.
I'll write that down.
Thanks, Marco.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.